Welcome to Digi-Key's tutorial for our online scheduled shipments tool. Before I actually walk through how the tutorial works, I'd first like to walk you through a scenario that explains why the tool is especially useful while also being very cost efficient. So let's say you've been purchasing the same product of a 1,000 piece reel for the past 3 months. You're now aware that for the next 10 months you're going to need that exact same product at the exact same quantity at the beginning of every month. Now 10 months worth of inventory sitting on your facility isn't terribly ideal, and paying the full cost right away isn't ideal either. The Schedule Shipments tool allows you to put all 10,000 pieces on order and break the order up over the months to allow you to receive them when you want. You get billed for the quantity that ships out each month at the 10,000 piece price break. This also helps safeguard you against potential future back orders. Now that we've gone over the why, let's go over the how. I've already added 2 products to my order and have navigated to the Schedule Shipments page. In the Add a Release section of the page, you'll see each of the products we've added with my customer reference numbers, price, unit, and extended, the quantity that's immediately available, as well as the quantity that's on back order, as well as the standard package and minimum order quantity for the specific products. The schedule column actually contains a mini table where you will set up the schedule. This table contains the scheduled quantity, in-house date, and value for each shipment. You'll notice that the first 10,000 pieces for this line item are currently unscheduled. Unscheduled simply means a future in-house date is not yet associated with that quantity, and it will ship as soon as possible. This unscheduled shipment can be given a separate ship method on the shipping step of checkout. For line item 1, we're going to add a shipment of 1,000 pieces and schedule it for a date of October 16th. Then we click Add Schedule. The quantity gets pulled from our unscheduled row, and the 1,000 pieces is now allocated for the in-house date of October 16th. Now if we had made a mistake and actually needed 2,000 pieces on the 16th, we can simply click the Edit button. Both fields reactivate and are fully editable. Click Save, and the 2,000 are now pulled from the full quantity. To remove this shipment, you simply click the Delete button, and it's pulled out, and the quantity gets reallocated to the unscheduled row. At the top of the page, you'll notice a few rules that control how schedules can be set up. To start with, every line item has an associated standard package, quantity, and minimum order quantity. Each separate in-house date you schedule for has to contain a multiple of that line item standard package. Now for each line item, you are allowed to break this rule once and schedule outside of the standard package. However, the quantity must still be a multiple of the minimum order quantity. So here we are on the schedule screen with our 2 line items. Line item 1 has a standard package of 1,000 pieces and a minimum order quantity of 1,000 pieces. So as we set up the schedule, each quantity will need to be within that standard package of 1,000. So we set up the first one for, again, October 16th for 1,000 pieces. Schedule the second release for a November 13th release and a larger release for December. Now you'll notice that all 3 that I added happen to be within the standard package. Due to the fact the minimum order quantity happens to be the same quantity, that needs to be followed through. For our second line item, the standard package is 1,000 pieces, but the minimum order quantity is 1. For the first couple shipments, we'll have to follow the standard package of 1,000. You notice we'll walk through and just add each date like we did last time. Now for my next release, I'm actually going to break the standard package and use our one exception to the rule. You'll now notice that we have a message telling us that only one scheduled quantity may be outside of a line item standard package. Since we now went with 1,500, the minimum order quantity allows it, and the standard package is pushing this rule. The next rule pertains to the release summary at the bottom of the page. Each release has to have a value of $100 or more. Again, an exception is allowed. One release per order is allowed to have a value beneath the $100 limit. So as we look at our current schedules, we are following these rules and not taking advantage of the exception. But if we go back to line item 2, reduce the quantity of that final shipment, let's say 250 pieces. And let's select a new date in January. This new 5th release actually has a value that's underneath $100. The new 5th release is now our exception, and if we were to add another release under $100, both release values under $100 would be indicated in red text, letting you know that one of them would need to be changed. Now if the in-house date of the first release is unscheduled, none of these rules we just discussed actually apply to the first release. So you'll notice in release 1, we have an unscheduled in-house date. Our release value would be able to be under $100, and you'll notice here in line item 2 that we aren't currently following standard package for the line item. Instead of being in quantities of 1,000, we're allowed to schedule in 1,750 pieces. When you schedule a product out over time, the price is based on the total quantity of that product. Any cancellations may be subject to a rebilling or cancellation fee. You can't select an in-house date that is more than 12 months into the future, and any schedule that exists on an uncommitted order will be lost if that order remains uncommitted for 30 days. Any questions, please call us at 1-800-Digi-Key or use our live online chat. Thanks for watching.